Hello guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Chidima Igbinejo. If you're seeing my face for the first time, please hit the subscription button. Also turn on post notification bells if you want to get notified each time I post a new video. So today basically I'm going to be doing a rant. This is not my normal sit down happy vibes and stuff. I'm actually going to be ranting about the insecurity that we've been facing today in Nigeria. Anyways guys, if you want to hear more about this, please stay tuned and watch to the end of this video. Please, I would like to apologize for any sounds or noise you might be hearing. That's because I have a fan and an air conditioner on. The weather is really hot in Nigeria, so I need to feel a bit comfortable while filming this video. So if you can hear some sounds, if my audio is not crisp and clear, please try and understand. I hope that with time it gets better. So today basically I'm going to be sharing the experiences of some people, the experiences that they had with taxi drivers in Nigeria, how horrible the experiences were. It's getting crazier on a daily basis. From my last vlog, you guys saw that I went to Lagos, and then I put out a tweet when I was on my way to Lagos. As soon as I got a taxi and I made payment and got into it, the first thing I did was I came out and I snapped the vehicle, and then I snapped the number plates and sent to all my family members, my mom, my dad, my sister in the UK, my husband. I sent to everybody so that just in case you guys need to look for me, you guys know where to find me, you guys know the number of the vehicle that I was in, so you can find me easily. Not too long ago, I think it was like a month ago, there was this issue of a girl named Bamishe who got into a BRT, and the driver connived with some passengers, and then they took her, they cut out her private part, and then they killed her. These are the kind of things we see in Nigeria, and that's why we have to be very careful. So while I was on my way to Lagos, my dad called me and said, he sent me a message and he said, call me and say this loud to the hearing of the driver and the passengers. Say that you are coming to Lagos and this is the vehicle number, and that you are sharing your trip with me until you get to Lagos. You're sharing your location with me. So I did that exactly. I just picked up my phone. I was like, Daddy, I'm already on my way to Lagos. I'm already in this taxi, and this is the number on the number plates. We're already on our way, and I'm sharing my trip with you through Google Maps. So you guys know that Google Maps has that feature where you get to share your ride or your location with someone until you get to where you are. So I was like, I'm sharing my location with you until I get home. So immediately I said that loud to the hearing of the driver and the passengers. They just started laughing. Like, they're like, what's doing this one? Maybe this one is entering cab for the first time in her life alone. But of course they did not know that, yeah, I was trying to do it for security reasons, so that just in case any of them had plans, they would know that this one will not work. Because guess what? I was the only lady in that taxi. I was seated in front, and there were 3 guys at the back and the driver in front. So yeah, basically that's why I needed to take those precautions, so that we will not tell story at the end of the day. So I'm going to be reading some tweets here. So if I'm looking down, that means I'm looking at my phone. I'm going to be sharing some posts that I saw on social media, so disturbing occurrences. So I'm going to read while you guys listen. Where does this start from? Okay, this person says, I don't usually do this, but perhaps I can help keep someone safe by sharing this. So here goes. Before entering a trip that you book on ride sharing apps, Uber, Bolt, etc., in addition to confirming the vehicle and number plate, please make sure the car opens from inside. I booked a trip on Bolt today for me and a friend. Checked the vehicle and number plates as usual, and they matched, so she got into the back seat before me. I was held up a bit, so I couldn't join immediately. Apparently, when I wanted to come in, she tried to open the door, and that was when she initially noticed that there was no handle. I got into the front, so she didn't say anything. I also noticed that the front seat looked unkempt, torn and all, but brushed it off. The country is hard. That was red flag number 1. Likewise, the driver too looked off, but that didn't click in my head till later. We had already moved when I looked back and noticed that the door behind me had no inner handle. Looked to the door behind the driver where my friend was, the same thing. Once we noticed this, my friend made a call to let people know we were on our way. The driver heard and started acting shitty. By now, all the red flags have started clicking to form one giant red wall. We all really need to be careful out there. There's a lot of evil and wickedness in this country, because the vehicle is obviously used for robbery and or kidnapping. So basically what this person is saying is that he booked an Uber for his friend and himself, and when the friend already got into the back seat, she noticed that the back seat, you know how you'll be able to open the door from inside, they ensured that the door handles were already broken, so you cannot open the door for yourself to get out. that is what they do now. So obviously that taxi is used for robbery, and this is Bolt. Take note, not Uber. This is Bolt. So Bolt has always recorded all these kind of horrible experiences with their drivers and all. Another thing that people do these days is that they put on the child lock. So basically, some of these vehicles, they turn on their child lock, so as soon as you get inside the vehicle, you won't be able to open it from inside. So this is how they've succeeded in kidnapping people in the past, and they're still doing it. So guys, when you get into a taxi, be it Bolt, Taxify, InDriver, any of these new taxi services that they have now, first thing first, ensure that you're able to open the door from inside. The moment you realize that you cannot open the door from inside, please do not enter into the vehicle. Apart from checking the number on the app, the number of the vehicle on the app and also on the car, and cross-checking the face of the person, you just need to be sure that if push comes to shove, you can easily escape, you can run away, because this country we're living in, the stories we've been hearing, they are just terrible, they are crazy. You can't just enter an Uber and relax, or a Taxify or Bolt and sit down and sleep off. That used to be then. You can't do that now anymore. Everybody is a suspect, like literally everyone is a suspect. There's actually another case here that I saw on Twitter some days back too. So this lady came, Aura, she says, so guys, I got robbed on Wednesday night at Ikoyi by my Bolt driver, this same Bolt. He took my phone, my cards, my ID, all my money and savings. Let me tell you how it happened. I ordered a Bolt ride going to Lekki. After I got into the ride, which was a heavily tinted car, and we started. Another red flag, it was heavily tinted. And we started the trip. The driver started trying to make conversation with me. He kept asking me questions about myself and where I'm from. It turned out that we were from the same state, according to him. That could have been a lie. He even started speaking Igbo with me in my dialect. After a while, he begged to pick up something from his brother and said it was just on our way. Before I could even agree, he had stopped the car. Some guy entered the passenger seat and then the driver zoomed off. At this point, I was scared and confused. The driver then started saying he wanted to give... Wait, hold on. He wanted to advise me because I'm his sister, saying next time I shouldn't enter a stranger's car. I was still confused. That was when he asked the guy in the passenger seat to slap me. Guys, they slapped the living daylight out of me. The guy took everything I had on me, my cards, my ID, my ATM pins, my mobile app pins. He transferred all the money in my account, including my savings, to one of my cards, my phone, my bag. He then brought out a knife, threatening to use it on me if I didn't do as they asked. I was scared shitless. It was at this point that the driver said that it was my lucky day because he wanted to use me, but he won't because he doesn't use his sisters. Remember, he said he claimed we were from the same state. All this while he was circling around Ikoyi. He then stopped somewhere close to Obalende, gave me 1,000 naira, saying he doesn't want his sister to be stranded, and then practically pushed me out of the car and zoomed off. By this time, I was practically screaming and panting. The 1,000 naira was enough for me to get to where I was going, after which I tried to calm down and forget. So this is another issue. Please, if you know you like moving at night, you like going out at night. I know that going out at night might be fun for some people, but given the times we live in, this will not be the right time for anybody to be going out at night. The red flags were there. First, heavily tinted glass at night. Then they pushed out of the car after slapping her. They collected all her money, all her life savings. You can imagine. And now she has to start from the scratch. But we thank God that she came out alive. So please, people, this is not the time to be flexing at night. If you have no reason, absolutely no reason to be outside at night, please do not bother going out. I think I have another story here of someone else who experienced horrible things. I think I have like 2 more stories, but maybe I'll just share only one. So this lady, Adaugo, she says, so Bolt app NG, I have strength today. I ordered a ride from school to my house yesterday, Friday 18th of March, and I got a driver. He came and confirmed the car type, and I confirmed the car type and number plates, and I put my stuff in the car, and he started the ride. I really don't know why I didn't confirm the driver's identity before I got in. We moved a little, and I looked at the face of the person on the app. It didn't match the person driving at all, so I asked him why the app gave me someone and it wasn't him. He said Bolt app NG blocked his account and that that was his brother's own, and that was why I was questioning him. And that why was I questioning him? You can imagine a driver telling his passenger why she's questioning him. I texted my sister and friend immediately and shared the ride with them. He brought out perfume oil and was putting all over himself for some reason. The guy made a call and said in Yoruba, "I'm on my way, wait, I'm coming." I got one. Maybe I was overreacting or it was paranoia, but I was shaking. He locked the doors from his own side and I just started to panic really bad. All this while my sister and friends were calling, but I couldn't take their calls because I was scared and I didn't want him to figure that I was panicking. I texted them. I texted them. At this point, I got really scared and I called my mom to say I was on my way home, even though she already knew and was expecting me. I read something like this about 2 days ago on Instagram about the doors not having handles. I was scared. We were at Anthony when I told him I wanted to get something at Maryland Mall so I could end the trip, and he said no, he wasn't stopping there. He refused to stop. All this while he was driving so fast, then I told him if he wasn't going to stop at the mall, we should end the ride. Then he asked, "Why you dey share ride? You be pikin?" I just wanted to think, because how did he know? He wasn't looking into my phone now. We were already at the traffic light by Maryland towards Bank Anthony Road. I told him if he didn't stop by the traffic lights, I would break his window. And he got so angry and started to insult me, calling me all sorts of names, bad market, ashewo, small girl, mad girl, etc. Traffic was building up, so he stopped at Leventis bus stop and ended the trip. Both NG, is this what your drivers do now? It sickened because when I got out of that car, I just kept crying. Nobody knew what happened. I couldn't even feel my hands. I couldn't talk. My mom and sister and friends were calling. I couldn't even pick up the phone. Maybe something could have happened to me. So there are so many stories here. Like literally, there are so many stories of people who have entered all these rides and then everything just changed. The driver just become mean to them. They arrange for their kidnap. They take some of their body parts, their private parts, and use them for rituals. All these things keep happening, so people be safe out there. I myself have had some encounters, even though thank God it didn't get to these stages, the stages of the stories I just narrated to you guys now. Like there was this time, this was like in February, I think second week of February, I went to Lagos. So I went with a normal taxi from the Ibadan Park to Lagos Park, and when I got down, I think I got down at Oshodi Park. Just at Oshodi, I was trying to get a bus to Airport Road, but instead I saw a taxi that was just shouting Airport Road, Airport Road, Airport Road. That's how I got into the taxi. It was me at the back, only me at the back, one man in the front along with the driver. And then the next thing, the passenger in front came down and said he wanted to stop. And when he stopped, he paid the driver in dollars. He brought out $100 notes. And I know I've read on Twitter before that when they try to pay with dollar, there's usually something fishy. So it wasn't a new thing to me. I couldn't explain why the guy wanted to pay in dollars, but I just knew that something was wrong. Immediately he brought out the $100 notes. So I just told the driver, "Can I stop here?" And the man said, "You are free." I could tell that the man was an Igbo man from his accent. And immediately I came down from the vehicle. Immediately that same man that came down and was paying in dollars got back into the vehicle and they zoomed off. So apparently I was not a target. I was not a suitable target for them. They figured out that I already knew what their plan was. So they zoomed off together. This will not be the first time I'll be experiencing something like this. Even while I was still working in Lagos, you know, early in the morning when you're trying to rush up to work, you may find it difficult to see a bike or a taxi that will take you to the junction. So I saw this guy that was going to the junction and I joined. Of course, I was going to pay him my money. And then when somebody came down from the vehicle, the person tried to pay him in dollars. And I just knew that something was off. So this was like my second encounter of seeing passengers trying to pay the drivers in dollars, because definitely they are working together and maybe after some time they find a way to hypnotize the other passengers in the car. So guys, I can't emphasize this enough. I can't overemphasize this, but we really need to be careful. Let me just summarize all these things I've been blabbing about since I started this video. Please do not move at night. If you have to enter all these taxi services, all these taxi rides like Uber, Bolt, Taxify, InDriver, and the rest of them, you need to verify the names, verify the number plates on the app and also on the car. Look at the face of the driver. Be sure that it is the same face you're seeing on the app that is the same person in the car. Then share the name of the driver, all the details of the car with your family members. Let them know that this is where you are, this is where you're going to. Share your ride with everybody and ensure that they know that you are sharing your ride. In fact, if possible, make a call and say, Daddy, Mommy, Kechi, my friend, cousin, anybody, I'm on my way. This is the vehicle I'm in. I have shared the details with you. Let the driver hear that in case he's planning to do anything funny or anything fishy, that there are people who are aware of how to find you wherever you guys go to. Make sure that you do not slip off. Always be alert. Look around. If the driver is trying to make a conversation with you, please shut down the conversation. You're not there to make friends. You just want him to take you from one destination, from one location to another. So that's not the time for you to start being friendly, over friendly with them. If they offer you sweets, please do not collect. Don't use their cost to charge your phone. Do not sleep off. Look around you. Check to see that the doors can open from inside and outside, if possible. So if it is possible, just that I know that our weather in Nigeria is really hot. Do not even allow them to put on their AC. Wind down properly. If you're sitting in front of the bar, wind down such that if there's anything, you can put your hand outside the window and open up and run for your life. Please, guys, just be safe. We know we live in difficult times, but please be safe. I actually did not intend for this video to be too long, but it's just a whole lot to talk about, and I felt I should come here and make this video so that you guys can be safe out there. Please learn from my experiences. Please learn from the experiences of the people that I already narrated their stories today from Twitter. Be alert, read far and wide, learn from people's experiences. At this point, this is where I'm going to end this video. Please, I hope you have learned one or two things from today's video, and I hope to see you in my next video. If you have not subscribed, please hit the subscription button, turn on post notifications so that you can get notified each time I post a new video. Guys, I'll see you on my next video. Bye.